Oh, I haven't done this in a while. Ah! I'm probably actually gonna get... Not sure if I'm gonna keep this one though. This part. I might actually just... Boop. Okay. Whoops. Uh-oh. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's weird. kind of want to not do this picture because the backgrounds are so ridiculous. I might just do this one. It has very little going on in it. And it's a pretty big picture. Yay! No, let's not big into this font face. I should probably make another folder just for Final Fantasy IX because chances are I am going to do other Final Fantasies. Okay. There, nope. Yeah, so this BG, I am going to start again. I might actually try a new technique. Oh, Zidane is not in the middle, that's bothering me. Something I don't know. No. It's close enough. Okay. It's been so long since I worked on this that I don't even know if I remember what pencil I used. I think it's just the default pencil for the line art. And those are the colors I used. They're very dull. Zidane's hair gave me so much trouble. Okay. There's so many characters on one page. I'm pretty sure that's all the characters you have in your party at the end or whatever. Which kind of sucks because one of the characters that you get in your party for like one part of the game I really like. And it'd be cool if you had her like longer. But whatever. Alright, let's get started on this stupid background. Subview takes up so much, but whatever. Okay. Now I just have to... I am terrible at perspective. And Pandemonium, like the whole level is just... nonsense. Okay. Well, I so half of my tools are in Japanese because I got them from the Clip Studio Assets thing, which is an awesome thing. Like, I love it. You can like download tools made by other people, but Clip Studio Paint is mostly used by the Japanese users, so of course everything's going to be in Japanese. Oh no, no! That was the wrong layer. Whoops. Alright. I should probably just do a stupid... I hate perspective. It is the death. It will be the death of me. There's a line. I mean, there's a perspective ruler that I could totally use, but it gets too confusing for me. Because I don't even, like, it's easier when I draw it, because then... And then if I use the ruler, like, these things, like the snap to ruler and stuff automatically goes on. So when I start drawing, and then it's just, like, the only thing I'm drawing is, like, on the perspective line. And that gets annoying. Okay. So I guess this everything is circular. Ugh. That'll be the door. I guess. Door. I love Clip Studio Paint. It's awesome. And the Dark Mage is from the Final Fantasy series. This one is from Final Fantasy IX, which is well, the 9th game in the series, but it was from like 2000 for the PS1. And I haven't beaten any Final Fantasy game because I am terrible at JRPGs, but I got to like pretty much the end of Final Fantasy IX. And I remember the last thing I was doing was like before going off to fight the final boss, because in most JRPGs, like you get to a certain point and then you have to, they say like, oh, like if you go in here, you're not going to be able to come out again until like you beat the game. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna go to the stuff that I haven't done, like get the ultimate weapons. And I got the main character's ultimate weapon, which was pretty cool. And I did some chocobo stuff. And the chocobo is like the little yellow bird. And in Final Fantasy IX, you have a chocobo. You get a chocobo named Boko, and I think he's like. The thing about Final Fantasy IX is that it has references to like all the older Final Fantasies. So Vivi, the character Vivi, being the Dark Mage, is like one of the Black Mage is one of like the first references that you find, and that reference is, of course, the first Final Fantasy game. But and then one of the main characters wears a white mage robe when she tries to escape her castle. But the chocobo Boko, his name is Boko after one of the chocobos in Final Fantasy V, I think. And I think Final Fantasy Tactics also has a chocobo named Boko. Okay. But I did not beat any Final Fantasy because I am terrible. I don't think I've beaten any Square Enix game. Or no, technically I beat Radical Dreamers, which is not from the US. It's Square Enix had this weird thing called the Satellaview. And it was like it's kind of like if you get a game on like the PlayStation Network or whatever, it's kind of like that. But you got it from like the satellite. And one of them was Radical Dreamers, which was a visual novel game that was like a direct sequel to Chrono Trigger. But the guy who made Chrono Trigger and Radical Dreamers, so he didn't really like Radical Dreamers, so he went on and made Chrono Cross. But he added like too much. Chocobo! Oh, I love the chocobos. I want a chocobo plush. Oh, I forgot that Garnet sings in the song. Oh, there's my antique clock. Oh. But yeah, this picture I'm drawing is from this, like, the main character is pretty nonchalant and, like, he has like no care in the world and stuff, but at the end, like, he finds out his identity, gets really upset, and basically like runs off and stuff, and then his friends, the whole party, like, joins up with him and says, hey, what the heck? Oh, this is the Chocobo song from the game. Ah, no. I do have a DeviantArt, actually. It's the same as my YouTube name. I haven't been on it in forever, though. But yeah, feel free to follow you, and follow me, and I'll follow you back. What is that thing in the middle, though? I kind of miss, like, all the backgrounds and stuff in most PlayStation games are pre-rendered, which means like they drew them first and like made like a 3D image and then put them in the game. And a lot of times, like, I think a good example was like on GameCube, they did that for like the remake of the first Resident Evil, and it looks amazing. Yeah, thank you! I cannot tell what this thing is. I think basically everything in the scene is like nonsense. There's a lot of eyeballs, if I remember correctly. Lots of eyeballs. There's probably eyeballs in this picture somewhere. Lots of eyeballs and, like, I don't know, snail coils. That's all I can describe them as. Kind of like the innards of like a robot, I guess. I'll probably just like do a really simple background and make it like kind of blurry because there's so much going on. And I hate drawing backgrounds. Which I need to get used to, actually. I should probably, yeah. Oh. Yeah, this background is much easier than the other one. I was definitely biting off more than I could chew. But even still, like, how do I... Ugh, I should probably lock the... I should probably... there we go. Now that won't happen to me again. Yay. That's actually really handy. It's annoying if you want to, like, actually go back and do the width of the palette dock. But then when you're doing things like this, whoops. Oh, thank you. I try. The music in this game is so good. This is the theme of Freya from Final Fantasy IX. She's that one. She's a rat person. She's probably my favorite character. She's and so like all the like what I like about Final Fantasy IX is that like generally in Final Fantasy games they all have a class. So in the early games, like it's very obvious what they are. Like of course the Black Mage. There he is. The Black Mage like looks like that, and Vivi is an exception in this game, but like Garnet, this person is the White Mage, and then Zidane is like the Thief. Freya's a Dragoon. So in the Dragoon like jumps, like they can jump from high, and then after a few moves they come down and get the enemy, which is pretty cool. And then Steiner, I think, is just a warrior knight. Aiko is like the summoner, and she has like a horn, and I forget if that was like, that must have been a staple in the Final Fantasy games, because like in Final Fantasy Tactics, which came out before this, the summoner class has a horn, so I'm guessing that, because I haven't played like, I played some of 5 and most of 4, a little of 3, almost nothing of 2 or 1, because I suck. Blank is actually not a party member. I don't know why he's here. I think it's just his height. I think at one, oh no, he's in your team for like one scene in the very beginning. Yeah, yeah, like some of the concept art, this is mostly concept art, I think. Like some of them here are character models, like, or like rendered character models, so they're not like I think like she's definitely drawn, and then Zidane's drawn, but they didn't do his face. Freya, I think, is a character model, and then you can kind of see that she has a sketch behind her, so, and then you can definitely see his sketch behind him. But I think that they just like threw up things to put into, and then Quina is like very, 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 very early concept. Or not really very early, but like there's no depth to Quina's art. Quina's an awesome character too. Quina has no gender, which is pretty neat. Or rather, nobody knows their gender. But nobody really gives a care. And I'm not even sure what, I guess Quina is technically, I want to say Blue Mage. And Blue Mage is kind of like, they use, I think the Blue Mages in the games like used, they would absorb enemies or whatever, or like, or no, it's a mimic, I think. Or mime, I mean. Mime. And the mimes like, basically steal other enemies' techniques and stuff. Oh my gosh, it does look like Ren Kagamine. Yeah. Yeah. She has like enormous hands. I don't even... Okay. There are lots of variations of this song in the soundtrack. I like this one a lot though. This plays when, so Freya was trying to find her, I'm not sure if it's her boyfriend or her lover, but he like disappeared or something, supposedly died. And I think you do run into him later, but he doesn't remember you. So like, she kind of has that moment of like, oh. It has been so long since I played. And I'll probably have to start over again because I got a PlayStation 3 now. So I can actually like... Like I could probably... I think I can play the game on PS3. Because I'm too lazy to play downstairs, and it's been so long that I might as well start over again. Because those games are like, there's so much story, and then when you stop playing for like longer than a month or a year, you suddenly, like, you go back and you're like, oh no, what was going on? Where did I leave off? And then that's basic. You know what? That's exactly why I have never beaten a Final Fantasy game, because I get miserably stuck, like hopelessly stuck. Then when like I take a break, I go to another game or whatever, and then all of a sudden like I'm like, oh, I want to get back to that game. I never beat it, or I like look up something on how to beat it. I'm like, oh, I think I can do this again. And I get back to it. I'm like, oh no, where was I? Because like the Final Fantasy games are just so story heavy, which like is sort of a detriment. I don't know. Because sometimes like story heavy games will be like just so confusing. Or like sometimes like the Final Fantasy series are pretty good about like staying on track, but there are other games where like you get off of track and then you're away, like you're doing the main story but you're not doing the main quest. And then suddenly you get back to like the main quest and you're like, wait a second. That's right, this is what we were doing all along. What were you doing? Chrono Cross did that. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this, on the background. Because I know I'm just gonna paint over it. That's probably why I hate doing backgrounds, because I spend so much time on this sketch and then I get to the painting part. Oh. Hands up to the caps. Oh yeah, yeah, CSP is like, yeah, you can't add an audio, sadly, as far as I know, but what's nice, I can actually show you. What do I have in, oh. I guess for some reason I have that there. Okay. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. But let me make a new timeline. And I will show you something cool. You can import movies, but it doesn't have audio. But if you do like, I don't know, What's this? Oh. Wait, no, that's... do I have a... And we'll be here. So, like, this is actually how I did my Renai circulation, is I made... Oops. Oh, right, this resolution is tiny compared to, like, what I do now. But basically, like, when I did a animation of the moving circles first, and then I drew over it. So, like, yeah, there we go. I think it's going slow because this movie is in a, like, slower frame per second, or it's just really heavy and I have too many things. How do I get rid of this timeline? There we go. Oh, I don't want that anymore. Uh-oh, Fern's gonna bark. Is Daddy home? Oh, it is hard. Hello. Hello. Yep, I was quiet.
Except for this.
Except for this. Oops.
Everything?
Ooh. What are you doing? Hmm?
Can I use the computer for a minute when you get a chance?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Check my email. I gotta look up a song.